It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you watching Casino is the name, and in this video, we're going to talk about how to get to this money. We're going to talk about a few current events, things that's going on in the world and just in the culture, you know. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I definitely be wanting to come on here and just do some lives and just kind of like talk to everybody and just kind of see what's going on with everybody. But, you know, lately it's just been so many crazy things. I try to not really talk about some of the foolishness that's like going on out there. Like, I ain't really into like all of the gossip and the stuff that other blogs is like talking about. But, you know, sometimes we got to talk on some things. We got to speak. Sometimes we just got to. Hold on, let me send this link out. I gotta send this link out. Give me 1 second. Let a few people get on here. What's popping? What's popping? I see y'all coming on. What's good? Hold on. Back that up. Pause. All right. Send this link out to a few people. And but I wanted to speak on this Kanye thing, man. I got to speak on this Kanye thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but Kanye just recently did a rant. It's a crazy rant. It's crazy. I mean, in my opinion. All right, hold on. Let me time out links. Okay, so these lives have some new stuff going on. All right, what's popping? Who that? Jabraz? What's popping? What's popping? Okay. All right, let's see who else I'm sending it. I need to send this out to. Okay. Sending out this link to a few people. And could y'all please, if y'all coming on, smash the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. But, you know, smashing the like button helps the YouTube algorithm notice you guys like this video. All right. So Kanye, I'm gonna play this. I just gotta play it so you guys can hear it. It's crazy. All right, hold on. Listen to this. Let me see where it is. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but just listen to this. Tell me this guy is not off his rocker.
Contracts, Ari Emanuel, your brother fucked up my city. Your brother turned Obama hair white. Rahm Emanuel, y'all don't do y'all facts. All y'all niggas want to talk about. Let me tell you, anybody ever talk to my man how y'all put me in a fucking hospital? Fucking Chinese water torture. Oh, million questions. Everybody around me telling me I can't wear. Nigga, you can't tell me the color of my hat. Y'all can't tell me shit, nigga. No, none of y'all motherfuckers here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody. And I don't want to hear shit from none of these Jewish niggas talk about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasternak follow me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boy sample. You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak put.
Like, they do. So I hate to say it. And, you know, and I don't mind anybody trying to gain, right? I don't mind anybody trying to make some money. As far as like, you have a product, you have a service that you're trying to sell, you're trying to do whatever. But on one side, he says, you know, they killed Eric Gardner, and then also that they won't clear, and now they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample. What? Like, I understand people trying to get their money, but there are people standing around Kanye, and they're like, yeah, they're cheering him on, like, yeah, you're saying it, you're doing it, you're saying the right thing, you're doing the right thing, and they're all there just like sucking it all up, right? And they're supporting it. They're putting the battery in his back, and he's just on his rant, just doing his thing. But where is the voice of like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Why are you saying this, bro? Like, why are you doing this? Like, why would you, even for personal, I get it, personal gain, yes. I'm saying, hey, let's get behind, you know, some minority, let's get behind him. You know what I mean? Let's support your business. What I am not down with is this distasteful use of our pain. You know, this what are you talking about, clearing a Backstreet Boys sample? Why would you use that in the same context? You should not use that in the same context. I don't know anything about what he's talking about with Eric Gardner, right? As far as who he's saying killed Eric Gardner, but now the same people won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample. What? Like, it's crazy. Let's continue.
Your trainer, Harley Passion that, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas be hanging around these niggas just for the money on some Mike Rubin shit. I slap the shit out of Mike Rubin. I see that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, fuck these niggas, bro.
I don't know what problem he has with Mike Rubin or whatever. And, you know, he's a legend in the music business or whatever. I don't really care what kind of issues he has with somebody professionally. And you know, and largely, I wouldn't care that he's saying, you know, I'll slap somebody or whatever, if that's how he feels. It's just not, you know, for somebody who says, hey, I'm a leader, follow me, this is just not good representation of, you know, leadership. You know, my son is going to see this. Like, my little cousins are going to see this. And, you know, of course, as parents, we want to lead them in the right way. And we want to motivate them and things like that. But when they see this kind of behavior going unchecked, it's going like, it's not like, I'm just saying, unchecked by us as mature adults, you know, of the same race. I'm not saying check him from, you know, other races or whatever. I'm saying because he's making this a racial thing, why aren't we checking him? Like, you know, as members of his same race, why aren't we doing something?
Fuck these niggas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Because guess what? These Yeezys gonna sell. Yeah. They sabotaged the show today. They sabotaged the Instagram. They cut off the fucking Adidas contract. They did all the shit. Then they want to go get Light Skin Yang. You gotta understand. That's Jerry. His real name is Light Skin Yang, bro. Deadass, he told me that was his name. It's Light Skin Yang. They want the light skin version. They want a George Floyd. They want a Virgil. They don't let me speak at the funeral. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5 white people not let me speak in front of none of y'all niggas. And Drake, nigga. Hey, hold on. Be quiet while I'm talking, baby. Drake, I love you. I'm gonna get the tattoo. But any of y'all niggas, Trav, Drake, whoever, y'all gotta show up. And don't tell me I'm talking crazy. Y'all niggas, I motherfucking Pharrell and me. Hey, come on. Me, Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this shit together. We all in this shit together. We all dealing with a lot of. We all, and what I'm telling you,
it's coming.
A lot of people had shit to say about my Jewish comments, but ain't nobody in this motherfucking room, and none of y'all entertaining niggas ever said nothing when I was praying to see my kids. One of the last days, what's my nigga that got fucking locked up for the Megan Stallion shit? Oh, Tory. Okay, look. So Tory Lanez called me. We were saying prayers. We were saying prayers on the phone together. And I prayed that day. And y'all saw that shit. And y'all saw when I couldn't see my kids, when I couldn't see Chicago too. All y'all niggas on Instagram got some shit to say. Y'all niggas saw this shit. Don't tell me about my fucking political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money, nigga. It's our country, nigga. Yes. It's I ain't stolen from us. It's pyramids, nigga.
Okay, so he's rambling, right? He's ranting. He's going from one thing to another. Maybe some people feel like it's making sense. Not sure if he's having some kind of manic episode or whatever, or if he's doing it by design, right? Like if I throw a bunch of things at you, won't it confuse you? Charleston White does the same thing. And, you know, I really do try to stay away from having these discussions about these different people. Kanye, Charleston White, both benefit from spewing this rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Saying these things. just, boldly, unapologetically, the loudest person in the room, look at me, kind of thing. So when I'm seeing what they're doing, right, and I guess for the most part, most people aren't, I want to say, functioning at a level where, I guess, mentally they're keeping up with what confusion these people are doing, but they're getting behind it. Somehow he brought that into, him talking about Jewish people. Some kind of way he brings that into him not being able to see his daughter, and we should be, and that, we should feel sorry for him for not being able to see his daughter in a way. And like, he's the only one who has a child. Like this is something that is only happening to him and only happening to, him because of his political views or what. Like, I don't know where he's going with all of this, right? And so he's like, look at what they're trying to do to me. Bro, like, it's plenty of people who don't have a problem seeing their kid, and maybe there's a reason why you were having a problem seeing your kid, I mean, look at yourself right now. Look at yourself, okay? Like, it's crazy, okay? I don't know what Kim Kardashian is like. I have no idea, okay? I don't know what it's like dealing with her. But I can imagine dealing with you is a nightmare. I can imagine it, right? Could we imagine that dealing with Kanye West would be a nightmare for somebody? So it's just all interesting. And then Charleston White, right? We're going to get into that too. At the end of the day, we can make money. We can all make money without all of that. We don't have to do that to make money. I mean, yes, does he have a lot of money? Is he sonically or musically considered a genius? Yes, all of those things, right? But some of the things that he says is just disgusting things, right? It's just disgusting. And this is what is being presented. We can do something different. We do not have to do this. Listen.
In St. Louis and again, Missouri, they stole it. All the shit. America, just the latest bitch that been ran through so many times. The Greeks hit her. Mansa Musa hit her. We had her. The Indians and shit. The motherfucking...
People, do y'all understand what this is? He's talking about America being a chick being ran through. Like, he is saying anything that will get a rise out of people. He will say anything that will get a rise out of people. And people are like, right, yeah. Tell me how it makes sense what he's saying. Anybody, tell me how it makes sense what he's saying. That America is just the latest shit that been ran through. It's all confusion. It's all things said to be confusion. And can you draw some kind of metaphorical stance from things he's saying? Yes. But really, he just wants to say anything that would sound ridiculous and people are going to get aboard with it. It's just what it is. America does not have the length of history that these other countries have, and all the different wars that have been waged. We watch the movies about them, in England and in France, and all the civil wars and the kings and queens that get beheaded and all of that kind of stuff. We watch all of the movies because those countries have had long histories overthrowing governments and things like that. It's people like this, though, and him and what he's saying, and the fact that people already are just wanting somebody to say something different or to say something controversial. And that's what he's doing. He's saying it. He's just Charleston White. He throws you off by throwing out all of these random yeah, I guess you can call them facts if you want, or idealisms to get you from focusing on what's really important. What's really important is our education. We need to educate. We need to educate. We need to put ourselves in better financial positions. We need to stay out of jail, stay out of trouble. We need to, as best we can, right? Now, if they plan stuff on you, then okay. But if you actually shooting at people and you actually selling dope and doing whatever else, you know, and you get caught, then, you know, it is what it is. But for the people who are innocently doing innocent things, you know, that's a different thing. Yeah, we need equality. We not just equality, but we need justice for those people to not be in getting things just placed on them. But then if we are guilty, then yes, we want equality, but that doesn't take away from if we guilty or not. We just want to hold other people guilty, you know, in contempt for what they did as well. If, you know, if they get caught with something, they need the same amount of time. It don't need to be no different. Or we need the same time they get, or they need the same time we gonna get. But shouldn't be too much different. But that's if we're actually out here doing things. We need to not be doing those things. I came up doing those things, you know? And nobody ever wants to get caught, right? But I still never understood, like, if, you know, the whole, if I did something, I got caught and I got to do whatever time. I don't want to do no time. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to prison. I want to fight this. And yes, I want people to stand up for me so that I can not go to jail. That does not mean that I am innocent. It does not mean I'm innocent. It just means I don't want to go to jail. There's a very different thing here. All right? We need to change internally some of the way that we've been doing things, you know, like we need to be in positions, you know, doctor positions. We need medical doctors. We need lawyers to help us fight these cases that we might already really be guilty for or not, but we don't want to go to jail. So we need lawyers. We need doctors. We need accountants. We need hedge fund managers. We need those things in our community. That's what we need. We do not need civil unrest. That's what we do not need. We do not, listen to what he's gonna say. Hold on, listen to this.
The motherfucking pilgrims, it's the Jewish niggas, they dress the same, nigga. It's the same shit. That's a story. They put us in the school, the Rothschilds. I know Jay-Z back here like, oh, this nigga gonna die now. I've been here for a year, my nigga. Yeah. They can't fucking touch me. Why? Because God covered me. He covered me. And guess what, Trump? We ain't giving you support unless you get Larry out. Unless you get Jeff out. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas, y'all politicians think y'all gonna just get our shit for free. All of a sudden, nigga, because you got a mugshot, you with us now? No, nigga. No, what you gonna do for us? What they gonna do for us?
And again, the hypocrisy, right? He was the biggest supporter of him. And I guess he called him out now. But, you know, it's all just for the rise of, you know, it's all to get some sort of emotional connection while he's going through his rant. The factual bases of the things that he is saying, there's little fact in them, and then it's just sporadically, you know, said and done throughout. You know, like there's a little bit of fact, and he stretches that little fact as though that's the only part of it. Like when he said slavery was a choice. Slavery, it's not a choice. Slavery was not a choice. A choice, no. You know, when you're being forced into something, it's no longer considered a choice. I don't think he understands that. And then there's other people who was like, well, he had a point. No, slavery was not a choice. Like nobody is, like slavery is not a choice. It's just not it's not a choice. If you, like, okay, you go to, they sentence you to prison, you try to escape, they catch you, they lock you back up, right? It's not a choice being there. If they said, hey, I can let y'all go from jail right now. Do you want to be here? No, I do not want to be here. Let me go. I'm only here because y'all are forcing me to be here. It is not a choice. Slavery was not a choice. They was literally killing, lynching, cutting feet off, toes, torturing children. It was not a choice. And people let this guy and other people who just say these random things get away with whatever. They're getting away with whatever. Listen.
Y'all niggas done voted Democrat all these motherfucking times. Y'all niggas showing up at the LV show. These niggas is colonizers, nigga. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa, nigga. That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. Okay, it's sick.
Now, and here's another part. And this is just, me on my accounting auditor hat, right? There's who's actually looking up the things that he's saying? Who's actually fact checking any of the things that he said? He ran it. I don't know how long this ran is. So far, it's 3 minutes or something, right? Nobody that I know has fact checked what he said. Now, I'm not saying that 80% of the banks are owned by the French. I'm not saying that, right? I have no idea, right? But the fact that I have no idea is the problem. At least I'm thinking about, maybe I should look this up and see where this is coming from. And, and even if 80% of the banks are owned by the French, what is that saying though? Like what context is it? That's a bank. Yeah. And yes, there's power from banks and money from banks and things like that. But is that everything? And is like, say for instance, is the richest person in Africa French? Maybe, I don't know, but there's so many other things that we gotta put into context than just saying, okay, 80% of the banks are owned by the French. What other industries are there? Is banking the biggest industry over there? What if that's not the biggest industry? What if that's the smallest industry over there? What if it's just not as lucrative to, say, business people in Africa? Maybe they want to be in sugar or textile or something like that. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe they're partnered with Africans and stuff like that. And even though they own the banks, they have partnerships with those Africans. We don't know if they're benefiting or not benefiting from these French banks being there. We don't know. There's no context really there. He's just saying things. That's what people do. So I started thinking, I was like, yo, you know what? Do they want me to rant? Because if they want me to rant, if it's going to get people to follow me blindly to the top, maybe I should start ranting about some things. But it's not necessarily helping us if we don't still think deeper, or that we don't still, fact check each other. We have to look deeper. Fortunately, I'm an auditor. And so this is one of the things that my brain is just automatically in tune to say, what more is it to this? What more context can you provide? But instead, he just randomly says a bunch of things. And he's not the only one. This thing is crazy. There are so many people just randomly, like I was saying, like with Charleston White. And I'm going to get into that too. But
50 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. 50% of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us is Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. It's 60 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. 50.
All right. You said there's 60 million Jews in the world. I don't know. I never looked at those numbers. We need to fact check him. I have no idea. He is just saying numbers and we will blindly listen to him. He could have said it's 60 million black people in America and it's 20,000 Jews in the world and they control everything. Somebody would be like, dang, it's only 20,000 Jews and they control everything. Nobody would have said, let me see how many Jews it is. Like, nobody does that. They just automatically go with it. But hold on, he's going to say something even crazier. Hold on.
Percent of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us go to prison. Raise one hand if you don't know one nigga in prison, one nigga got locked up, and one nigga poor. Raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion. Now I tell you, if it was in a Jewish mother on Friday with no fucking, everybody raised their hands. So wait a second.
And so that could be true or false, right? But we don't know. he didn't have a Jewish person there to say, let's say Drake. Drake is Jewish, right? If you said, Drake, do you know anybody in jail? Do you know anybody who had an abortion? Drake, you know, like, do you know anybody? Drake is Jewish. His sentiments is voided just from Drake's response. And we know Drake know plenty of people in jail. Drake knew Lil Wayne when he was in jail. Drake has had plenty of friends in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? So these things that he says, they are, he's using the fact that he knows that most people aren't really going to think for themselves. He uses it to his advantage. Kevin Gates does it. Kanye does it. Charleston White does it, right? I mean, and there's plenty of other people who do it. It's just, when are we as a group, which is impossible, right? Like, I was gonna say, when are we as a group gonna wake up and say, you know what? Maybe we should look deeper, we should think for ourselves and not just listen to like all this malarkey just cause somebody is upset and they're talking with such conviction. Like this conviction he's talking with.
But wait a second. Raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion.
How easy he lied about this with so much passion.
On Friday with no fucking, everybody raised their hands. So, wait a second. But wait a second. Who make the hospitals though? Who got the hospitals? These are Zionists, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party, sponsor that, nigga. Yeah. Bring the sponsorships to that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party, sponsor that, nigga.
I don't even know what he wants from that statement. He said Jesus Christ, Hitler, and Kanye. I am not sure what he wants from that, but lost for words. Lost for words. By the way, where you guys watching from right now? Where you guys watching from? So y'all check in. Let me know something. Where you guys watching from right now? I just can't believe this. I just like what is he? What response does he want?
These are Zionists, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party, sponsor that.
I don't know what he wants from that statement. I don't get it, you know. And he said, guess who owns the hospitals? Why is he saying that? Like, what is he saying? What are we getting from attacking? What is he getting from attacking the Jewish people? I have no idea. Hospitals have been saving people's lives. Okay, like imagine all of the people who would not be here in our community had it not been for hospitals. Like Florida, okay, I see you. I'm from Florida too, bro. What part of Florida you from, Jay? I'm from Tallahassee. I grew up in Tallahassee. Yeah, so, but yeah, like what is he trying to get from this? Like, I don't know, okay? Like the hospital thing. Like if we just really sat and listened to these things that these people are saying, what's the purpose of this? Like,
yeah. Bring the sponsorships to that.
Hold on.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party, sponsor that, nigga. Yeah. Bring the sponsorship.
Hitler. What? Jesus Christ, Hitler, and yay. What does that even mean? Can somebody break that down for me? I don't even know where he's trying to go with that. Even if he was like Jesus Christ and yay, okay. But when you put Hitler in there, like, are you comparing Jesus Christ to Hitler, or are you comparing yourself to Hitler? Okay, Sarasota, yeah. I got some family in Sarasota. I got a lot of family in Sarasota. But yeah, like, are you comparing Jesus to Hitler? Are you comparing yourself to Hitler? Are you saying all three of y'all are alike? I don't know, but let's see. Maybe he talks about it.
There's gonna be some niggas that feel exactly like me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm 7. I don't give a fuck about life or death. I get visitation with my kids. I ain't got no say so. Them niggas walk around like look like soccer players. They don't even fucking know. They don't even know the dad, the kid. They see me come play one on nobody.
They still feel you though.
What?
They'll feel me, but they trying to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, fuck you. Alexander Arnault, fuck you. Francois Pinault, fuck you. Timna, fuck you. Fuck Balenciaga. Fuck Cedric.
Buy the Yeezy Pods. Buy the Yeezy Pods.
Fuck Gap. And fuck Adidas. Nigga. All you niggas is like fucking still wearing Adidas. Nigga, don't say me shit. Nigga, I'm by myself in this motherfucking room, nigga. Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, it's it. Ain't none of y'all niggas with me. I'm by my fucking self. Cause ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. Hey, shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. Like so I'm saying this.
Wow.
Nobody with me.
So this chick said, you ain't God, right? And so he said, shut up before you get exiled. Yo, what is he doing, yo? He said, shut up before you get exiled. What? Where is he in his mind? Where is he? Does anybody know where he thinks he's living? He said, shut up before you get exiled. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that probably on YouTube on one of these lives. I'm going to be like, y'all better shut up before you get exiled. Like, I don't even know if I can kick somebody off of my live, but I could try. But that's hilarious. But wow, that's interesting. Shut up before you get exiled. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, hold on. Let's get back to it. I mean, I'm gonna go to Charleston White because Charleston White, Jesus.
Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check, half the motherfuckers just here like, ha ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Then I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade, nigga. Cause when I asked niggas step up, now one nigga stepped up. Now one nigga stepped up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the famous niggas, Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking said y'all saw me, ain't see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zion school. Fuck Sierra Kanye. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on, for real. Where y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a
No more, no context, right? Just says my daughter ripped up the couch to be with me. Not sure where you're going with that either. No idea how this has anything to do with the school or what, because he just blends these things together and he says them so harsh with such conviction and people just believe it, accept it. It's crazy. It's crazy, not him, because yeah, he's probably crazy, but it's crazy that the person watching or listening is not understanding, you know, how misleading he's being.
Fuck, nigga, I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe in nobody but me, nigga. I don't fuck y'all don't gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive. Let's go. And I'm still alive.
Now see, now that, when him saying now I'm still alive, now that is the one thing that we can all agree on, right? So he brings you back and he ties you back in with the heartstrings because we all want somebody to believe, we all want to be like, yeah, God got our back, right? So we all like, yeah, well, bro, you might be tripping right now, but you did say some real stuff and everybody comes back and like, yeah, right? Because even I was like, okay, yes, you still can turn this around, Kanye. You can still correct these behaviors. You know, God is still with you. Like everybody, they play on the heartstrings and they say things with such conviction, right? Like Like, for instance, I can sit here and I can say, two-parent households are children coming from two-parent households are 95% more likely to graduate from college and go on to have a successful career than a one-parent household, right? And that's at 95%. So that looks like you have a 5% chance compared to a two-parent household to raise a child to be successful. Now, I actually did no research and I just created that number off the top of my head. But if I say it with enough conviction, who's going to check it? Who's going to actually see if these things that I'm saying are true? This is why my profession of the profession of accounting, like we learn about how to use charts to, well, I did, I don't know if they teach us in all accounting curriculum, but they showed us how we have to be very, very particular about how we use charts, because a chart can be very misleading, because you can, even if it's true information, it can be very misleading based off of how we present something. So you can always present a persuasive chart. You know? Like, if I wanted to convince you guys that reading is not important, right? I can show you a chart that says, like myself, right? I can show you a chart that has people like myself that I can show, like, where people who have never read a book cover to cover have become successful. And I can show you maybe 10 people who make $100,000 a year who've never read a book cover to cover, never read the entire book, right? Then I can show you avid book readers who went to prison, right? And I can question whether or not through these charts, reading books sends you to prison, or not reading books, you finish degrees. It's a way to persuade. It's a way to control the way people see how information is presented. Now, those two may have zero correlation to each other, but I control that through the chart, you know? And so I can make you question whether or not reading a book is actually makes you successful. You know how everybody say, read a book, read a book, read a book? How many books do you guys think I've read? Just curious. What y'all got? Please answer that for me. How many books do you think that Casino Is Name has read? Now, I got multiple houses, multiple cars. I got a couple degrees. Highly intelligent, I would say. You know, I'm doing all of this myself, right? And if, you know, it's Air Force, top 1% of the Air Force, ASVAB scores and all of that, these is the facts, right? Not opinions, these are the facts. So I finished 2 degrees in 2.5 years. How many books have I had to read from cover to cover? Y'all answer that for me. And I'm gonna get back to this.
Y'all ain't stopped that Adidas shit. Y'all niggas let Adidas crash the richest nigga of all time. Y'all know I did.
Adidas was begging.
Wait a second. I put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, "Oh, we got to drop this nigga," and all niggas just watch. The only nigga that had the Trump hat, the only nigga that went and got them billions, the only nigga that's breaking through all kinds of ideas in fashion. I've been called a faggot so many times for tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Chicago that I take care of that still trying to sub me. Trying to say I can't go to motherfucking GD. Nigga, I'm way bigger folks than you, nigga. You niggas don't take care of me.
Right now, your thing is between you and God.
Shut up. Who you think? No, hold on. Who you think the old man called? When we put Drake on stage, who the old man called?
You.
You know what I'm saying?
Does God put you in position?
Nigga, just because I had a car, nigga, fuck everybody, nigga.
You're the biggest vessel.
That's what I'm trying to say to you niggas right fucking now, nigga.
Vessel.
This is what y'all been waiting for. Drake, this is what you been waiting for. Jay-Z, this is what you been waiting for. Kim, this is what you been waiting for. All you niggas, look, let me tell you something. This is the way the world
God
works.
is
Here,
using him
peace.
right now.
Okay, be quiet for a second. Let's for a second.
God is using him right now. I don't know. I don't know if that's God, but I can't go that far. Maybe he is, because maybe that's causing me to do this video so we can, maybe some other people will like say, okay, enough is enough. This is getting out of hand. All right. Mr. Brown says 20 books. So Mr. Brown says that he believes that I read 20 books. Now, that's a very interesting number, but I'm gonna repeat all of my situation. Multiple houses, multiple cars. I got 3 cars. I mean, I've had like 20, I think I have had like 29 cars in my life. And I'm 39, so it's not like, I mean, there's a lot of cars, but it's not like I'm young, you know. I've had 29 cars in my life, got a couple houses. I got a Porsche in the garage right now. Ex-military, Air Force, top 1% ASVAB scores. What else? I finished 2 degrees. I finished an associate's degree in healthcare management and a bachelor's degree in accounting, a bachelor of science degree in accounting. Finished both of those degrees in 2.5 years. What else? I worked in the highest level of audit in the world, working for Inspector General. What else? My sister is a lawyer, so she's 9 years older than me, but she's a lawyer, so she helped to cultivate this person that I became. She's an avid reader. So again, the question is, how many books do you think that I have read? Me personally, when I'm saying have read, I don't mean like read inside a book, but I mean read from start to finish, cover to cover. How many books do you think that I have read? Mr. Brown says 20. Somebody else give me a number. I need 3 more people to tell me how many books they think that I have read. Given this information, how many books do you think that I have actually read cover to cover? And we're going to move on to Charleston White. Now, I don't like the fact that Charleston White got jumped the other day, but let me see. Because I've been seeing, okay.
Sexy red. Whore. You a stomp down dirty leg hoe.
Oh, that ain't the one. I'm looking for. Yeah, I know. The language on in this video is crazy. It's not my usual videos, okay? But it's not me saying it. It's not me saying it. So, anybody else gonna guess how many books I've read? And how many books have you guys read? I'm curious. How many books have y'all read? Not read in, but actually read cover to cover. Marcus Bennett, are you saying you think that I've read 5 books? That with all of that, I've read only 5 books? Okay, Mr. Brown said books about money management, accounting, life, finance, business management, self-improvement, parenting, laws, military, etc. That's very interesting. I like it. I like it. I like the categories. I like the categories, Mr. Brown. Marcus Bennett, I'm assuming you saying that you think that I read 5 books. Mr. Brown said 5 is too low, buddy. Mr. Brown said 5 is too low, buddy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, because this is actually getting very interesting. From cover to cover, I have read, drum roll, from cover to cover, like actually read, started a book and finished it from childhood. Now you gotta think, I'm talking about from childhood. I'm talking about also thinking about including He said maybe 10. Also including, books like Green Eggs and Ham, Cat in the Hat. Think about that now. Talking about books cover to cover. 10? Even 20? That's all the books that y'all think that I read in my entire life? Jeez. Really? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. Hold on, Jay Watt says, I wanna get to where I'm reading 48 books a year, 1 book a week. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Mr. Brown said 20 to 60. Okay, now the numbers at least getting better. And Jay Watt said he's trying to read 48 books a year, 1 book a week. 2G. Let's see how many books 2G read. 2G. He must be asleep. My brother here. So 20 to 60 books. Jay Watt said he's trying to read 48 books a year, 1 book a week, even though that is 52 weeks in the year. So you're still shy of about 4 books. You should be at about 52 books if you're reading a book a week. Maybe you're going to take 4 weeks off. I don't know. But 20 to 60, I like 60. I like 60. Mr. Brown said reading books take time. Well, you depend on what size of the book it is, okay? Marcus Bennett said, I was thinking about books with 200 pages or more. I hear what you are saying. Okay, so, all right, so total amount of books that I have read in my life, J.Y. said, I meant on average, LOL. My bad, bro. That's the accountant in me looking at those numbers like that. That's my bad. It's my bad, brother. All right, so the amount of books that I've actually read in my life in total come to a total of, first, before I say this, Jay Watts, how many books have you read? Because now I'm curious, how many books have you already currently read? If you want to read 48 books a year, which I think, well, on average 48 books a year, how many have you already read? How many books have you already read? If you plan on reading a book a week, or if your goal is to read a book a week, how many books have you already read? I'm just curious. Do you know that number? You have an estimate. What about you, Mr. Brown? How many books do you think that you have already read? I'm gonna tell y'all my number, Mr. Marcus. Mr. Marcus, that's crazy. That's crazy. Pause. You know who Mr. Marcus is. I'm gonna call you Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett, how many books have you already read? Just curious. Just curious. Because I'm gonna tell y'all my number, and I believe y'all gonna be surprised. I just want to see what kind of competition out there with Mr. Watts and Mr. Bennett and Mr. Brown. Waiting on their answers. Waiting on their answers.
Because when I wasn't talking like that and wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention. And I was going to the Supreme Court changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So, nigga, I gave y'all what y'all want. An ignorant motherfucking nigga that talk like them rappers. Now y'all listening. Now y'all paying attention, huh? I got y'all attention. Checkmate. Now let me tell y'all what y'all need to hear. We fucked up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases of teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Nigga, only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What the fuck are y'all talking about? These kids can't read. But when I wasn't talking like that.
So all of the things that he said, maybe they are true or not. We don't know, right? But let's assume that they are true. It still does not mean that you need to be out here saying fuck Deion Sanders, and you know, and you still don't have to. You can still be like, yeah, I'm glad y'all going to jail. I don't care about that. But antagonizing people and trying to force people into doing things and all that kind of stuff, it's still not necessary. You know, it's still not. There's things that he does that are like, I don't want to use a derogatory term, but the things that he does that are still just not. It's not good representation of if you're saying, hey, I want to, you know, I'm trying to be the role model. I'm trying to be the, you know, I'm trying to change legislation. Everything that you do that's good, you lose by doing bad. Like, you can't do both. You can't be, I'm a martyr, but then I'm also going to be, you know, a nasty, disrespectful, talk about your mama like a dog. Like, you can't do those things at the same time. You lose credibility. I could care less about what legislative person you sat and you talked to, if you are still going to be disrespecting somebody's mama. Yeah, I get it. You saying, okay, they disrespectful. So why shouldn't you be disrespectful? Because if you're saying you're going to be better, be better. But it's going to fall on deaf ears. It's not going to be well received with this. I'm somebody who would definitely be in your corner if you're doing the right things. Absolutely. But I can't stand beside buffoonery. Like I'm not standing beside the rappers either. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not able to stand beside that. It's crazy. Anyway, hold on, let me see. Talk about how many books you guys think I read, and then let's see. Mr. Bennett said, well, he removed his statement. Okay, Jay Watt says, well, I'm not gonna lie. 2023, I've been slacking. It's been less than 10 unless I'm allowed to count audiobooks. No, you cannot count audiobooks. Okay, so are you saying you read 10 books this year, or are you saying in your whole life you read 10 books? Mr. Brown says from page to page is about 4. I always skip some pages and chapters. All right. So I have read a grand total of, we still don't know how many Mr. Bennett read. Mr. Bennett, okay, I read probably like 30 books or more. Well, I read probably like 30 books or more in total, including small books. But if we're talking about books with 200 pages or more, I've probably read only 5 to 10. I'm trying to read more though. It's bright in here, and I got these shades on, so I'm trying to. Jay Watt says this year it's been less than 10. Okay. Well, what's the total in your entire life? How many books, Mr. Watts? Jay Watts, how many books in your total in your entire life? So I can go ahead and tell y'all this astronomical amount of books that I have read. It's astronomical. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. In order for me to get to here where I'm at right now, to be this level of educated, to be this knowledgeable about the world, the number of books that I have read, when you hear the number of books that I have read, it is astronomical. It's astronomical. By the way, can y'all please smash the like button if you haven't already smashed that like button? Still waiting on Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts, you the last one. How many books in your entire life would you say that you have read? That's what we waiting on. We waiting on that. We waiting on that. So another thing is the problem with like, you know, like say like social media or the internet or watching celebrities and things like that. You don't really know what celebrities are doing. Excuse me. You don't really know what celebrities are doing. You don't know what regular people are doing. You have no idea what they're doing in their personal life. I understand that. You guys don't know what I really do. You guys don't know if I help somebody out. You guys don't know if I gave somebody $1 or $10 or $100 at the store. You guys don't see none of that. You guys don't know if I'm on my last and I gave it to somebody because they needed it more than me and I was like, I can go get more money and they, you know, you don't know nothing about none of that. And so we watch all these things and we hear these things about celebrities and, you know, you got the Charleston whites who saying, oh, this person don't care about this, they don't care about that, but they don't know what this person may really be doing. And just like I don't know what Charleston White is really doing. He has to tell me, oh, I'm out here changing legislation. And I believe he is on record as doing something like that, but it still would not matter. It's like, let's say somebody, you got people like King Von. King Von, you know, was what he was in the streets. You know, he was a reputed gang member who, you know, was committing homicides, right? And so he was doing that, but at the same time, he was doing things in his neighborhood. So you would have somebody who would say, oh, well, he did really, really good things. And then you'll have somebody that says, but the things that he did were bad were like just terrible, right? And so, you know, you can't have both, right? I mean, well, you know, you can be both. I mean, you can have both. But the bad that somebody does offsets the good that somebody does. You can't be out here doing bad, evil things and then, you know, say, oh, but I did something good. You know, I mean, that's the duality. That's a duality of people, but it doesn't give you the right to say, oh, I'm better than somebody else because I also do this other thing, even though I do this other thing. You know, so it's a interesting thing. So Jay Watt says about 40 something from front to back. All right. So Casino is the name. In my entire life, from cover to cover, I have personally, not as far as like, and we're not talking about just read in a book, because I've read in books, but actually read from cover to cover in order to get to this point where I'm at right now. I have 2 degrees. I was in a master's program, which the GI Bill ran out, so I got out of that program. But I was in a master's program. I got an associate's degree, bachelor's degree. I'm a STEM major. I top 1% of the Air Force as far as ASVAB scores. I was an avionics technician, cross-trained with healthcare management. Got out of there, was an accounting technician, then an auditor for the highest level of audit in the world as the Inspector General. I was a CEO of my own small business, doing government contracts, doing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of business and things like that. And in order to get to this point where I'm at, where I've spoken and had meetings with the highest level of religious people and been, you know, talked to senators and, you know, had powwows with actual rocket scientists. I did avionics, so I worked on navigation radar weapon systems for the F-16, the fighter jets. So I actually sat and had conversations with actual rocket scientists, and we could understand each other. I'll say that. You know, I have a fairly decent IQ, right? I was a gifted student. I was gifted my whole life. And I say all of that to say, to get to this point where I'm at right now, I have read from cover to cover 0 books. 0. Yes, Mr. Bennett, I see you said Casino might have read 80 books. based on what he is saying. I've read 0 books from cover to cover. So there is a huge disparity of information that is constantly being like put out, right? Now, have I read it, I don't know. I've read in books and got whatever information I needed and, moved on or looked for sections or read what was interesting to me. I read in tons of books, read in them, but never read a book cover to cover. Never read any book, not even Cat in the Hat. Not Green Eggs and Ham, none of that. I've never read a book cover to cover. So it's a very interesting thing, right? Like, because you got people who go to prison and they read books, as a form of escape. I get it. I'm a movie person. I watch movies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been my thing. But I also have these highly educated people, doctors, lawyers, whatever, and they're like, yo, read books. I read a book, a week or a month or whatever. And that's great. They find enjoyment because they're not even saying they're reading like some kind of self-help book. They're like reading like novels and stuff like that. I'm just, instead of reading the book Gone with the Wind, I just watch Gone with the Wind. Like instead of reading Huckleberry Finn, like let me just watch the movie on Huckleberry Finn. I think there was a period of time, books were around before there was TV, before there was motion picture, right? So it made sense to me why you would write a book or read a book and that was actually entertainment. I get it. But where we are now, I was just watching Underworld and it was perfectly fine with me. I'm glad that I've only read 4 books. That's funny. See, I'm not trying to make it say you don't need to read. Some people might need to read books. I don't know. I don't really see. I don't know. They always say, they used to say to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. I used to hear that all the time. I even heard that, I heard that since not too long ago, right? Like, when I hide something from a black person, put it in a book. All right, if they can't read that good, but I'll find it. It's like if I know to go look for it, then I'll find it. I know how to proofread. I know how to, I know how to research. But yeah, there's never, and I didn't even realize that's what it was until I was having a conversation with my sister and my brother, and they were talking about a book or whatever. And like some books that they recommend me read or whatever. And I know like I'm not really like the book reader person. I'm like, yeah, do they have a movie for it? Like, well, can you just tell me about it? Let me just read the abstract about it or something. And so we had that whole conversation, and that's when I found out that like when I realized, I was like, dang, I haven't read anything. Like not from cover to cover. I might start a book and then stop or flip to the back, look at pictures or something, like, I don't know, but never really just read a book. And so people have bought me books throughout like my life, just like, hey, I bought you a book. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, And I just never actually read them. I got books that people gave me and stuff. I'll probably even give them away. But yeah, it's just wasn't my thing. I don't know. Never really thought about it. But like we need to be focusing on the money, right? Like we want a better quality of life. We want better for our children. We want to buy assets. We want to be able to invest in the future. In order to do that, we need money. We need to focus on that. Whenever, and don't get me wrong, I do understand the idea of people searching out where they came from, soul searching, feeling lost and feeling like they need to be found. And I understand that. And I'm saying that because I was in San Diego. And it was all of these. San Diego I was there for work. So I was there for an audit. And so while I was down there was all of these drug addicts all over San Diego. San Diego is it was the worst I'd seen. It was the worst I ever seen. as far as like drugs. I guess it's kind of like a Skid Row kind of thing out there or something. I don't know. But it was the worst that I had ever seen. And I come from Florida. And so I'm used to seeing, junkies and stuff like that, because from the neighborhood. I'm from Frenchtown. I grew up in Frenchtown area, Tallahassee, Florida. You can look it up. You can read about it. You can watch videos on it. It's bad. But that's where I grew up. Frenchtown 13, city bus, rode it to school, caught it to the mall, to the transfer station, wherever. Like, that's the area I'm from. It's a terrible area, right? As far as drugs and stuff like that. It is still way more pleasant than what I saw in San Diego, right in whatever area I was in. I don't know if I was downtown. I was not too far from the gas lamp area or whatever it's called, but it was terrible. Drug addicts all around like this government building or whatever. They were like sleeping all around it. It was crazy. It was disgusting. Anyway, so I see this and I'm trying to walk and get some food and stuff. So as I'm headed down this road, I see these guys. They was like those, respectfully, I don't mean this in no disrespect. All right, I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying anything in disrespect of somebody. But they were like the Hebrew Israelite guys, right? And they was like, I got on my tie and my slacks and stuff, and I'm just trying to get down the street to get to some food so I can eat. I'm hungry. I just got out of work. I'm got my clothes and stuff. I'm headed down there to get something to eat. And these guys was outside and they was like, they had their shirts off and stuff like that. And they was like preaching on the corner. Great. We need that, right? But the guy was like, "Hey, can I holler at you real quick?" And I'm like, I'm starving. All right, I'm trying to eat. Okay, but go ahead. What's up? He said, "Yo, bro, here's a pamphlet," and he gives me like this pamphlet, and he's like, "I just want to let you know you descended from kings," and and was talking to me about Africa and stuff like that. And he gave me this pamphlet, right? And I just remember feeling like, how's that helping me right now? How is that helping me right now? Like, let's say I'm actually needing this. Let's say I'm actually needing help right now. How is that helping me right now? Like, not me, but let's say a young dude on the corner trying, struggling. How is that going to help me right now? Because when I looked at the pamphlet, it was like 4,000 BC or something. Like it was 2,000 BC. It was something like that. Like it was like a fossil kind of thing in the pamphlet. Like it was like describing a fossil of a African king or something. Like it was something. I don't know. But I was like, bro, did you just hand me something from 4,000 years ago? like that's great. But what about today? What are we doing today to change lives today? What are we doing? What are we doing about it? Are we educating? Are we improving a situation? Are we correcting a behavior? What are we doing today? What are we doing? And I said, oh my God, there is nothing. You guys ain't out here doing this. I mean, respectfully, I'm not trying to talk about Hebrew Israelites or Jehovah's Witnesses or Christians or Muslims or nothing. I'm not trying to directly tie into any kind of religion kind of thing, but I'm like, where is the practical thing for reality today? Not the hypothetical spiritual thing. What about the mental and actual physical real life help that we need to help us fix this thing? And then I was, I'm looking around at these guys and I was thinking, respectfully, I don't know if any of those guys were actual professionals based off of their appearance. And, appearances, they may not hold true, but I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, man, I get it. They spread the message, and there are people who need this message, right? But I was born in America. I wasn't born overseas. I don't have any connections to Africa that I can go back and just live over there because I got cousins. I don't got nothing over there. I don't know nobody over there. I got friends that are from Africa and they know their roots, but I don't know them folks. You know what I mean? It's like very different for me. I'm from America. I was born here, raised here. I have American values, and I need to make a way here for my son and my mom, and my family and stuff. Like, I have to make a way here. Where are the people on the corner for me? Because I get this. I hear it. Yeah, I get it. I'm a king. I get it. Y'all want to tell us how to be men. I get it. But what degree should I go to school for? Like, what career path is going to be best for me being able to buy a house? What are these more tangible things that I can get a hold of? I'm my spirit is good. I'm happy. I'm not a messed up person. But now what do I'm already know I'm a king. I got a throne right over there. I got a throne in here. I had that before I got the 4,000 year BC pamphlet. I was already knowing that. That's great too. But that ain't helping me pay for these likes and internet and stuff like that. So where are the practical situations for us? And that is the mission of this channel. That is the mission of this channel. It's great to motivate and get people in tune with their spirit. But what they doing for their, real life? Well, your spirit is part of your real life. Maybe keeping you from being depressed or whatever like that. But like, there's plenty of support for that, even though we probably need way more. There's plenty of support for that. Where is the support for us teaching us about how to go to college, or how to best avoid student loans, or paying too much for education, or being overeducated or undereducated for certain situations, or how to present ourselves, or build a business, or how to get into government contracts, how to start a trucking company. Like, where are these things on the corner for us? Why can I walk to a corner in a neighborhood and I can see people out there preaching on the corner, but I can't walk and see, I can't get those same or other people, standing on the corner teaching about what career path I need to take and handing out applications to come work for an organization that they're connected to, or being able to give me a job on the corner if I'm looking for a job. Why don't we have that? Why aren't these people doing this? Not necessarily talking about the religious people. Y'all got to do that. I get it. It's part of y'all mission. I'm just saying, I need some more practical. That's all I'm saying. I'm off my soapbox. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Y'all smash that like button. Am I tripping? Because I want to be able to see a place. I want to see on the corners the people out there giving out jobs to people directly and saying, hey, let's work on your resume. Who are you? Have you ever heard of this career field? Well, let me show you. Let me show you how you can get started with it. I don't know. Am I tripping for that? I could be tripping. Mm-hmm. What y'all think? So I was like, I want to talk about this money, but like all of this other stuff is just misleading and it's in the way. It's just in the way. All this stuff Kanye got going on is to benefit him. Charleston White, I don't know what he got going on. I don't know what he got going on. He's trying to be good and bad at the same time. Like, I don't know. And I ain't no angel. I ain't like I was perfect or nothing like that. I did what I did, but, I was also not out here trying to present something that I wasn't. You know, when I was doing what I was on, when I was on what I was on that. You know, I wasn't trying to, you know, act like, you know, I went out here trying to motivate children, you know what I'm saying, to be like what I'm doing, and I'm really doing something else or whatever. Like I was, you know, I was staying away. I wasn't trying to be no role model. I was like, shh, don't follow me. Don't listen to me. Don't be like me. So, but yeah, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this? Should there be something on the corner the way they got like okay, for instance, this is perfect. This is a perfect example. You've been in the neighborhood. Well, I don't know about you guys. So in my neighborhood, people come to the house and they be like, hey, I'm trying to sell you an ADT system, right? Hey, I got an ADT system, security system, or Vivint, or whatever, or whoever, a roof. Shoot. Roofing companies even come and leave like notes. Oh, shoot. They'll leave a note saying, hey, I do roofs. Your roof can use this work or whatever like that. They'll leave notes or whatever, but they're trying to sell you, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to sell you something. And respectfully, you got the Jehovah's Witnesses, right? They show up, knock on the door. See, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. It's all love. Jehovah's come, they knock on the door. Hey, can I introduce you to the word today? Yeah, come on in. You let them in and they sit there with you and you go through the book, right? Why don't we have somebody knocking on doors and saying, hey, you know, the local community, maybe the city hall has a position for a secretary, and I was trying to see if you might be interested in me coming in and seeing if you want to apply for it, and we can do your application here, or we can look at your resume and see how we can help you go through your resume and get your resume corrected. Like, why don't we do that? You know, have we thought about that? I wish, you know what, that would be a dope nonprofit, right? Like if there was just jobs. Like, so you know how they got Indeed, right? But what if they came door to door and you applied, they helped you apply, or they directly hired you if you were qualified for a job and they just knocked on the door? That would be dope. That would be dope. Okay, Jay Watt says, I'm with you. There should be some workshops and seminars on credit and investing. All this spirituality stuff be out of hand sometimes. Yeah, I mean, you know, we can lead the spiritual people, still let them do what they doing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We can let them do what they doing, but we do need some kind of seminars. And you know, I like what you're saying about starting businesses and stuff like that. The thing that I've learned on this channel, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but people don't actually care about learning how to start a business. They want to know how they can get jobs. All the content I did on this channel, very few people are actually interested in starting a business. It is an overwhelming response of people saying that they just want a high-paying job. So we need to be teaching people how to get a high-paying job, or, yeah, of course, still show some entrepreneurial things, but for the most part, people want to know how to get a high-paying job, and that's what we need to be focused on. But yeah, that's what we need to be on. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys about this. If you find any value in anything that I've said in these videos, please do me a favor. Get in the comment section, get in the chat, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.